taking responsibility for your life. And that means living the life that you want to live, being as authentic as possible. Talk to any ex-van lifer, anyone who has road tripped long term or done anything like that, and they're not the ones discouraging you. It's the people who haven't done it that are discouraging you. Hi everyone! I'm going to be doing something a little different today, but I recently got an email from a viewer and they asked me a few questions, so I wanted to just read it and give my first impressions. I was sort of considering doing videos like this, like advice videos or just more in-depth question-response videos. So if you guys like this whole concept, let me know in the comments and I will be expecting more emails like this one, I suppose. Okay, here we go. Hi Holly, I was wondering if you could take a few minutes out of your day so that you could read and answer some questions from this email and get back to me whenever you can. Just to give you a heads up, I'm 21 years old and I hope to live in my car and solo travel America and be on my own. But the thing is, my entire family are so against me trying this nomad thing. But the thing is, I really want to do this. And the more they say no, the more it's making me want to do it. So I was wondering if you could read some of these questions and help me ease their hearts by answering some of them. Question number 1. I'll eventually run out of money and will need to get a job, but most job applications require an address. Should I put down my parents' address or should I just tell them my situation that I'm currently living in my car? 2. My family was recently concerned about safety. They kept saying things like, someone could break my car window when I'm sleeping, someone could rob me, hurt me, rape me, etc. Do you have an opinion and or solution to calm their minds? And thirdly, this sort of goes with the second question, but my family has also mentioned how in this generation it's not as safe to travel that way, as you would have when your parents were kids. Do you have any advice for this as well? Hope to hear from you soon. Well, thank you so much for writing in. I really liked these questions, hence why we are here. And I think it's something that a lot of people run into. It's something that I sort of ran into myself. Okay, I'm gonna just dive right in. So question number 1, I'll eventually run out of money and I need to get a job. What do I do as far as my address? So there are a few techniques you can use. I don't know how much money you want to have when you go, but I would just recommend, obviously more is better as far as, you know, always have an emergency fund, that sort of thing. But I believe in honesty, and if you are going to be honest, you just have to come to terms with the fact that that will limit your career opportunities. There are certain industries that are going to be way more accepting of a van dweller than other industries. Finding a less corporate position is definitely going to be easier for you. If you do run into problems in whatever industry you're going into, you can just say that you're looking for a place, or you can give them a P.O. box. For me, I never got a job while I was van dwelling, but when I moved out to Hawaii, I still am using my parents' address for all of my tax information. So even though I did give them my Hawaii address, I said never, ever, ever send mail to this address, because my last place I was not allowed to send mail to that address. And I wasn't able to get a P.O. box out here either at the time. You can definitely get away with using your parents' address just on the grounds of tax information. And if people move all the time, or it's a temporary spot, obviously you would not want your tax info to get sent there. So I don't know, you have to feel out the situation. Like I said, when you run out of money, you may very well feel more comfortable in your situation and you'll be able to navigate what the best option will be. Question number 2, my family was really concerned about safety. They kept saying things like someone could, you know, break in, rob me, whatever. Do you have an opinion and or solution to calm their minds? I don't live my life based on fear. I don't live my life based on the what ifs, because we are living in a very tragic time with all of the shootings that have happened. It's just not really a fair argument against van life. I don't hear of it happening. I had a friend whose apartment got broken into and someone climbed through her window. So I mean, I hate to say that like we're never safe, but like all you have to do is hope for the best, prepare for the worst, and live your life the way you want to. As you guys probably saw in my Walmart nighttime routine, I'm clearly doing a lot of things in order to stealth camp. And if you're stealth camping, no one knows you're in there. So not only do they not know I'm in my car sleeping, but I'm never leaving out valuable items, nothing's visible. I don't even keep my phone charger visible at night. I didn't sleep with earplugs in, so like I could hear if someone was going to be messing with my car. There are many very practical and easy solutions to keep yourself safe. Of course, I had a taser, pepper spray, and a knife. Don't get a gun unless you are willing to go to a training course and get certified or whatever. Like, just don't buy any weapons you're not prepared and properly equipped to use. Anyways, as long as you're taking responsible for your own safety, you're going to be fine. And last question, this sort of goes with the second question, but my family has mentioned how in this generation, it's not as safe to travel that way. And I just 1000% disagree with this. But in this day and age, it is safer than ever. Not only is there an incredibly large van life community that is taking over the US, taking over Canada, even Europe, Australia. I mean, van life is becoming such a part of society, and there are so many tools in this technological age that assist us. The fact that you are likely going to have reception, or you can purchase a reception booster so that you can reach out whenever you need to. The fact that Walmarts let you sleep in their parking lots. The fact that there are more people doing it so that you can surround yourself with a security blanket, you know, by parking in those 24-hour businesses, camping at a campsite. I mean, you're gonna be around people. And again, when you're not, stealth it, you know, be a ninja. Being a ninja is really fun. I like it. And we're so plugged in. Yes, there is a wrong way to do it. When I was living in my van and YouTubing, that obviously puts me at risk, that I am putting my travels out there for the world, but I was never uploading, you know, day of or even day after. I was never uploading my exact location onto Instagram, Snap Story. I rarely ever used filters on my Snap Stories just so people didn't know where exactly I was, so people couldn't really stalk me. Again, it's just about being responsible for your own safety and considering these things and having things set on private. That's the only like real risk that I see in this day and age compared to back in the day of your parents, is that if you are constantly uploading and stuff, like what happened to Kim Kardashian. She was being very open about where she was and what she was doing and her jewelry, and unfortunately she got robbed, which was like really, really sad. I don't care if you hate her or not. That is terrifying that she got robbed at gunpoint. If you're gonna apply that to van life, just be smart and don't upload your current locations onto your social media. When I announced to my family originally that I was going to be doing this, I had a few more traditional minds speak out against it as far as like me being a woman and traveling solo and my safety and that I needed to get a gun. It's just not the way I go through life. Like now I'm out in Hawaii and my new big risk that I take is hitchhiking. Hitchhiking is the only way for me to get around, and it is super common on this island, and it's considered extremely safe by the locals and obviously it's one of those things where you hope for the best, prepare for the worst. If you go through life believing that people are inherently good, which the majority of people are absolutely good, you're not going to stress about it too much. And yes, I always carry a weapon on me and I'm always prepared, and I don't hitchhike at night, but I hitchhike during the day. It's all about using your head, being smart, and taking responsibility for your life. And that means living the life that you want to live, being as authentic as possible. And once you throw yourself into whatever it is, it's really not as scary as you would think. Talk to any ex-van lifer, anyone who has road tripped long term or done anything like that, and they're not the ones discouraging you. It's the people who haven't done it that are discouraging you. So I say go for it, give it a try, always have an out, always have an emergency fund. And oh, one last thing is just call your parents. When I was on the road, I let someone know basically every night where I was sleeping that night, and I called my parents quite often. I still call them quite often out in Hawaii. That will quickly make things easier for your friends, for your family, and for yourself, because you will get a little homesick and you will get lonely at times. So hopefully, if you do move forward with your excursion, I hope that you leave on a positive note, and I hope that your family decides to support you in that, and that they will have your back no matter what happens, whether you try it out and it's not for you, or you try it out and it's incredible and life-changing, which I'm sure it will be. So I hope this was helpful. If you guys liked this style of video, again, let me know. You guys can always email me at holly.huckleberry@gmail.com. People also write into my Instagram, holly.huckleberry, and I'm on, Twitter, Snapchat. But those are the two best ways to contact me, I think. Oh, and of course, YouTube comments. I do my best to read all the comments. So I would love to do more advice videos like this one. Let me know. And I'll see you guys really soon for another video. Peace.